All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Halomcr here, and I'm glad to be here as always. I hope everybody's doing good, and we're starting to do a lot better with our situation. Big shout out to my fans that are still here, still waiting for me to produce content. Especially more Predator Chronicles are going to be coming, so no worries. Um, but I do have a G4 update, and it's not the most craziest G4 update, but it's a pretty interesting one nonetheless. Comcast axed G4 after it failed to meet a $19 million income goal, source says. But before we hop into this article, I do want to kind of reflect on what our last G4 video was, since it's been a little while. Essentially, as a way of G4 saying goodbye to everybody by giving them no lesser doubt the middle fingers. And after the collapse of G4, which was also a lot of Comcast's fault, which Frost really just had to scream at everybody on Twitter and hold their head up high like a fucking prissy, snooty fucking cat, essentially, right? And just basically rub everything she says into everybody's face. Everything into everybody's face, acting like as if she knows it all and she's, just so entitled to her opinion, which she absolutely is, but it just comes out ass backwards in my opinion, because none of everything of what she even talks about or rants about makes any kind of fucking sense. A lot of it is just purposely woke for attention, just like that whole stunt was on G4TV that basically created the whole great divide and the downfall. So there was something that Frost had said that a lot of it was Comcast, which, I mean, she was actually right about one thing, right? She was right about the fact that it was a lot of Comcast is doing. So in fact, the newer owner of Comcast had never even watched G4 in his whole entire life, and he was over here like trying to green light these ideas. No thanks to Frost and Adam probably having some kind of say so in it, but it gets even more better than that, right? Like, we already know by now how obnoxious Frost is and how much of her contribution helped kill G4TV. But Adam Sessler, I want to remind you guys that something is seriously wrong with Adam Sessler, that I cannot stress this fact enough, that I completely am convinced more than ever that he's fallen off his rocker. He's literally going senile, going fucking crazy. I don't know. I don't really know how to say it other than he's lost his goddamn mind. And it's all about woke politics with him, political signaling. It just doesn't matter with Adam anymore. If you don't agree with his opinions, and if you dare criticize Adam like you dare ever even make a nudge of a little meme or a joke at Chris Hansen, they both just fucking block you. They will just block you, and they do not care. They are just so down in the dumps right now that if they think you're sneak dissing, or if you say something that's straight up like facts or even a general question, like one of my questions to Adam was, what really happened? How did you come from back then to now and to doing all this shit, And instead of just answering my question, because I obviously was a fan, and I'd slowly been losing my care for him over time, and I definitely already have, but I still wanted to see if he was going to say anything, and of course he blocked me and then changes his name to not a person that's an idol or some shit like that, like as a reference to my question, to be a troll. So I thought that shit was kind of funny. Personally, I can't believe he is acting like this. As much as I can't believe that he's acting like this, I mean, he's been doing it for a couple years now. And like I said in my last video too, I think it was the one before my latest one, there had been rumors that he was taking a lot of drugs. I don't know exactly what those are, and that was just a rumor. But I mean, even so, if he was, I mean, you're losing your fucking mind. So is it really worth it? I mean, if you're going to lose your goddamn mind and start acting like this, I don't really think it would be worth it at that point. But I guess to each his own. At the end of the day, nothing's really changed with Adam Sessler is basically my point. So nothing's really changed. He's still as batshit crazy as he was. He is still starting beef with people on Twitter. He's still blocking people for no reason at all. But let's go down the Adam Sessler tweets for a little bit and just kind of see some stuffs. We got, I don't know, man. The twits was pretty good. Rula Dula, the twits. Okay, that he's actually being serious about a book. Homie said lack of sophistication. Oh yeah, we just, okay, so somebody tweeted at Adam and said, grow up, man. You're resorting to your mom claps. This is how grown adults cope, I guess. I mean, I could consider funding a House candidate in your district that cuts off all your federal funding, so you have to whore your daughters off to make ends meet while I drive by laughing. Nobody would even elect him as a candidate for any kind of board or higher up. I mean, that's a fucking stretch right there if I've ever seen one. Who in the fuck would greenlight that? I'm serious. That is just some fucking stupid shit. Another tweet says, what do you want to be when you give up? I love it. That's a good one, actually. Extremely disappointed that kind of funny videos would give a platform to someone as openly transphobic as Adam Sessler. Oh, of course. Oh, of course. They don't care. They just see Adam at face value, that that's somebody that they remember growing up with, and they don't actually fucking follow him. Or they choose to ignore it, and they're fucking idiots. Okay? Adam Sessler needs to hit rock bottom before he can even start really having an epiphany. And people keep looking up to him. People keep fucking coming to Adam Sessler like he's the greatest man alive. And at one point, Adam Sessler is probably the best goddamn video game reviewer I've ever watched in my life, personally, if you ask me. But that was long, long ago. Now he is just a former shell of himself that feels the need to sit there and say that if you're Republican, that you can eat his feces, you can dine on it, you could put a plate down and start devouring it, and he does not care. I do seriously wonder to this point in time, what the fuck really did happen that just changed him all of a sudden? I really do wonder, and I think people have tried to kind of explain it vaguely in some of my other videos, but I have no real concrete like timeline of tree line where this kind of behavior began. I really don't. I'd like to know though. If Twitter shuts down, I want to tell everyone Adam Sessler blocked me. Join the club. Imagine wasting massive amounts of your Patreon money to the kind of funny studio and bring on this insane prick Adam Sessler once again. Normal shit. What the fuck is this? What is this? Yeah, this looks kind of new. Jared the Completionist, Adam Sessler, and more invade. Oh god, dude, you guys are stupid. Congrats on finally getting a ship, dude. That's sick. Glad G4 went down so quickly. Also, fuck Adam Sessler. What a goober.
And I'm like, bro, I was already sus with G4 shutting down. Do you think now that G4 is gone, I can like talk about stuff?
Yeah.
G4?
So, like,
what do you mean?
Okay, so like people are always like, yo, G4 shut down because of this or that, and I'm like, bro, I was already sus with G4 shutting down from the interview process, because like the guy that was interviewing me, he goes, so why should we cancel Batman? And
What?
I was like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, why do you believe we should cancel Batman? And I was like, why are we canceling Batman? He's like, because he's rich and he's white. And I was like, well, what do those two have to do with each other? Like, yeah, people believe that he just skates on the law, and that if someone of color did the same exact thing, they wouldn't get away with it. Like,
what kind of stupid shit? I have never in my life heard something so fucking ridiculous. And you know what's funny? Frosk and Adam probably do believe that notion. They are probably one of those types of people, I swear to God. Oh my God.
like he does.
Holy shit, you guys.
That's a
like
real ass question that they asked you?
That's literally what G4 recruiting asked me. If I was getting like robbed or assaulted in Arkham or something, I wouldn't really care who's saving me. I don't care if he's rich and white. I just care enough that he's like actually like saving people. Because are you gonna do anything about it? Yeah, he didn't like that answer. Then later on, another question they asked me was, okay, besides Batman, what other superhero would you cancel?
You know, I know exactly who they wanted you to say.
Why in the fuck why are they talking about canceling superheroes? Like, why does any superhero need to be if you want to cancel a fucking superhero, you should fucking cancel She-Hulk, okay? That shit is fucking lame. I'm sorry, but it is.
Hey, they wanted you to say Spider-Man because he works with the NYPD. Fucking Kotaku, every time a Spider-Man game comes out, I can't believe we're glamorizing this.
I was like, I don't think I have an answer. And he's like, well, you have to give one or whatever. So I think it says something like Punisher or something, even though he's like one of my favorites. I was like, Punisher? And he's like, good answer. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Okay, that was pretty good, actually. Let's see. Did Adam Sessler ever apologize for being transphobic? Probably not. Blocked by Adam Sessler. Also, I cannot forget Adam Sessler. This list will keep growing. Adam, thank you for all the entertainment over the years, from my 9-year-old self channel surfing and finding GameSpot TV to the kind of funny send off. Your work has always brought much enjoyment to my life. Thank you for everything, Sess. Yeah, I would have no problem saying that had he not been fucking completely just woke as shit and a complete douchebag and basically shitting on his own audience. Having Adam Sessler on content is disgusting. Shame on you. You know, he just learned that insult 5 minutes before posting it too. Now he thinks he's cool. Let's see. Adam Sessler reviewing Crash Bandicoot. What Elon is doing is a revolt by entrepreneurial capital against the professional mongrel class regime that otherwise everywhere dominates, including and especially large tech companies, and that same PMC, which includes the media, is treating it as an active leash. Okay. I mean, I kind of get what he means. Like, he's basically trying to say that like Elon bought Twitter just to shit on top media, you know, like the goat of media, to troll them, right? To show that anything is possible. No, I think Elon did buy it because he really wanted it to. He wanted it, and he could own it if he really wanted it. Not just that, but maybe he really has a special place in mind for it. We just need to wait and see. But unfortunately, Elon's been making some really dumb decisions lately, especially with the Twitter verification only being on iOS. That was just fucking retarded. Even I can admit that was really stupid of him to do that. And I wouldn't have been surprised that more people left. But anyways, let's get right back into this, you guys. So, you guys have had a little bit of taste of what Adam is doing now. He's just getting anywhere he can to basically just be annoying and be really douchey, as he has been for several years now. So, same shit, but he wants to talk about art now. Okay, let's paint a picture of my toenail and my fucking foot, and let's talk about it in like 40,000 different ways. Just weeks after G4's sudden shutdown, sources interviewed by Digital Trends have shed some light on one of the issues the gaming network faced during its short life. Former employees who chose to remain anonymous note that Comcast had set a $19 million income goal for the brand, a number that it struggled to meet before closing down. Well, obviously, how in the fuck were they going to raise $19 million? That's just way too ridiculously high. Holy shit, that's way too high. Last year, cable, TV, and internet service provider Comcast decided to revive G4, a gaming-focused TV channel that rose to prominence in early 2000s. The company put tons of stake into the channel to try to regain its old viewership, hiring tons of talent, including returning G4 favorites and modern content creators. Comcast abruptly shut the channel down and laid off its employees and contracts after only a year in October 2022. One source that Digital Trends spoke to explain that employees and contractors alike were told that G4 had a $19 million income goal a few months ago during the start of the company's fiasco year. They noted that they noted that there was doubt among staff at the time that the channel could come close to reaching that number. We very clearly weren't even touching that goal even a little, the source said. 1 week prior to the shutdown, the staff was told that anything scheduled to air the following week was being pushed to a later date. We weren't really given a reason, but we were told shows like Attack of the Show and X-Play were no longer shooting on the dates they were planned to, a source tells Digital Trends. Yeah, that's just bullshit. That is literally, honestly, one of the whole reasons we even wanted fucking G4TV. We wanted X-Play and we wanted Attack of the Show. And we wanted it to be like it was back in the day. And we also wanted more, I wanted more PC updates. Shit, you might as well fucking goddamn get Linus Tech Tips to come on there and have a goddamn segment about fucking computers. And that shit would have been sick. I would have loved it. I would have watched it every day because I love computers. Sources also detailed that they called a silver lining to the situation. Some of the laid off workers are getting 2 months of pay post layoff ending in December. Another source said that former full-time G4 employees are being paid severance and bi-weekly payouts for 16 weeks ending at the beginning of January. Other employees received a letter from Comcast Spectre Gaming that states due to such a sudden network shutdown, they are entitled to an additional 60 days of pay under the WARN Act of California. Digital Trends reached out to Comcast to verify the income goal. We will update you when they respond. So, honestly, you guys, that just sounds completely batshit crazy to think that this was going to pull $19 million. There's just no way. I could tell with its revamp and the first content being produced that this was not going to be $19 million. There was just no way. That's kind of fucked up for Comcast to even set such a goal so high for them in the first place. You kind of understand now why these people started virtual singling. Not to give into them like slack, like, oh yeah, Frost, give her a pat on the fucking back and be like, it's okay to act the way you did. Absolutely not. And same with Sessler. Shame on fucking both of them still. But even more so less Comcast. Fuck Comcast. I could tell you right now, if I had to go either Comcast or no internet, I'd rather go without internet than support Comcast. Fuck them. And, straight up, fuck them, dude. They ruined our show. So did Frost and Adam. And all the idiots behind that shit. But now you begin to kind of see that these goals were being set, and it was just obvious that these goals weren't going to be met. I mean, I could have easily told you that had I even known that from day one, that that's what was going on. So, I guess that really is it. I mean, we already knew it was it, but Comcast is going to finish paying off their employees. Adam's going to continue to basically get on any kind of outlet that he can that will accept him. Adam has nothing going for himself anymore. He's lost his one thing that made him special, and in the process has lost himself. So, I mean, what more is there to really say? Other than that, that is your guys' G4 TV update for now. I don't know when we'll get another one. Again, these just kind of come out of random whenever they feel like it. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of this article and me giving you some of my time to talk about this and everything else that we do here on the Halomcr channel, which is off the walls type content or just subtle articles, whatever the hell I'm in the mood for. So if you enjoy this and would like to see more articles, especially articles or just Predator Chronicles shit, because I know that's what you guys really want. You guys want some good ones. It's been a minute, but we'll get back into the saddle soon. Actually, it's probably starting in the next few days, maybe a couple days. I'm gonna start working on our next one. So just know that I'm gonna be working on one soon already. So with that said, I hope you all have a good night. That's all I could really say. You guys are awesome. Stay up,